Hello everyone, my name is Mohit Agrawal and today we will be checking the dry run for bubble sort. So let me just share my whiteboard. Yep, and yeah. So first I'll just write the pseudocode for bubble sort. As we know, we'll be taking two nested loops. So I is equal to 0, I will be less than n minus 1, I plus plus, and n will be the length of the array. Okay, so here we go, there will be nested loop here. J will be 0, and this is the main condition, j will be less than n minus I minus 1. Okay, yeah, I was just checking the recording and now j plus plus. Okay, and now there will be the if condition for swapping. If air of j is greater than air of j plus 1. Okay, so it will basically check the next element. If it is greater, then it will swap. So what will happen with this? The biggest element will be pushed to the last. Yep, we have seen that already. Let's just now swap. Let's take a temp variable and let's give air of j to it. Okay, let me just undo this. Okay, yeah, and air of j will be air of j plus 1 and air of j plus 1 will be temp. Okay, so we'll close this if, this loop and this next loop. Okay, so now let me just draw a box here so that we can do the dry run. Okay, let me just take a different color. Okay, yeah, yeah. So first, this will be for the first initial iteration, and now here we know that I will be 0 here, and for that loop we will be taking this inner loop here, right? So we'll be doing the dry run for this. Okay, so let me just specify here. I is 0. Yeah, so I is equal to 0. And this n condition will be, let's say like n is, let's take an array. Okay, let's say the array is, the array that we are taking is, let's say 4, 3, 2, 1 in complete descending order, and we want to sort it in ascending. So our n will be 4 here, right? So we'll calculate as well this n minus I minus 1 what we have. Let me highlight it. Yeah, so this condition n minus I minus 1, we'll check it here. So initially it will become, yeah, I is 0, so it will become n is 4, so it will be 4 minus 0 minus 1. Okay, so it will become 3. So let me just mention it here, 3. So this will be the limit till which j will go. So we have to keep that in mind. Okay, and let me just write here j. This will be j, and let's just take this as temp, and we can have another one here as air of j, and this one as air of j plus 1. Okay. Okay, let me just change this color once. Okay, and for this font, let me just take it as okay. So yeah, basically is less than n minus 1. So let's just take 0. Okay. Yeah, so j will be maximum, it will go till say 0, 1, 2, 3. If we'll need more, we'll increase the box. For now, let's just consider this much. Okay. Okay, so let me just write the array here as well, so that the array that we have is 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and initially our I is 0 and n is 4, and the n minus I minus 1 is 3. Let me just specify it here above as well. N minus I minus 1. Okay, so now for the first loop, let me highlight it as well. Yeah, so first I will be 0, right? For that case, we are dry running this. First j will be 0, so here we'll check this, and then it will check this condition: j should be less than n minus I minus 1. Okay, so j is 0 and this n minus 1 is 3, so we have to check is 0 less than 3. So yes, it is. For like better understanding, let me just do some rough work here. Okay, the g doesn't look nice. Okay, just let me just write it in small rough. Okay, so here we'll be doing our rough calculations. Okay, yeah, so we have to check first. First we'll have to check this condition, right? So j is 0. So is g 0 less than n minus I minus 1, which is 3? So is 0 less than 3? Yes, it is. So it will get inside this loop, right? So this condition is checked. Now here inside this loop again we have if condition. It will check if r of j is greater than r of j plus 1, right? So let's check that. R of j is 0. So what is r of 0 here? We can see r of 0 is 4, right? So initially if we write, let us write it also initially. Okay, so initially we have air of 0 as 4. Okay, and what is air of j plus 1? That is air of 0, 0 plus 1 will be air of 1. It will be 3. So let me just initially write it like that. And now it will check, is air of j greater than air of j plus 1? So is 4 greater than 3? 4 greater than 3? Yes, it is. So we'll get inside this if condition and we'll do the swapping now. So temp will be air of j. Okay, let me just take a different color. Okay, this one, let's say. Right, so our temp will become 4. Okay, and now air of j will be air of j plus 1. So this will get swapped and this will become basically 3, right? And air of j plus 1 will be temp. So temp is 4. So this will become 4, right? So basically it will get swapped. Let me erase this. Okay, so now what our array will become, let us write that as well. So after this first iteration, let me just write it here only. So two places are swapped, air of j and j plus 1. Air of j is become 3. So here our array will be 3, comma 4, comma 2, comma 1. Right. So after this first iteration now, we'll move to the next one. J will become in j plus plus, so it will increment. Now j will be 1. But after the first iteration, we can see initially the array was 4, 3, 2, 1. Now 3 and now 4 is swapped one place. It is incremented one time. Right. Now for the next condition, j will become 1. Okay, let me highlight it as well. Yeah. So initially now we can see it is swapped one place. 4 is, we have shifted it one time. Now when j will become 1, we will again check this condition. It will still, I will be 0. So n will again be 3. So now it will check for j should be less than n minus I minus 1. So is 1 less than 3? Yes, it is. Let me just write it as well. Is 1 less than 3? 1 is j and this 3 is basically n minus I minus 1. So yeah, we'll go inside the if condition. Yep, so inside if it will check air of j greater than air of j plus 1. Again, let's do the same thing. Now here initially what we can see, air of j will be air of 1, right? So air of 1 we can see is 4. Okay, this is our array right now. So here we can see air of j, which is air of 1, which is 4, right? And air of j plus 1, it will be air of 2. So it is at air of 2 position is 2, right? So for this condition, when j is 1, our air of 1 is 4 and our air of j plus 1 is 2, right? Now we'll check this condition. If air of j is greater than air of j plus 1, we have to check this. So now is 4 greater than 2? Yes, it is. So we'll swap. So now, yeah, so our condition is true, right? So now it says temp will be air of j. So temp will become air of j, we can see as of now is 4. So temp will become 4, right? And these two places will be swapped. Air of j basically will become air of j plus 1. So this will become 2, right? And this will become 4. Okay. right? So after this, now let me write the array as well, how our array will be looking. So now these two places are swapped, 2 and 4. So what will be the array we have? 3, 2, 4, 1. Okay. So now we can see that 4 has even, so 4 has moved one place ahead. So quickly, like, let's just fill this as well for the next. Now it is at 1. So j will increment j plus plus. So we'll go to this condition 2. So air of j, air of 2 will be air of 2. Okay, let me just highlight it as well. Yeah. So we are here, right? So we'll be checking air of j, which will be air of 2. So air of 2, according to this current array, will be 0, 1, 2. So air of 2 will be this 4, and air of j plus 1 will be the next element, which is 1. Okay. Yeah, and we can also check this condition, j should be less than n minus I minus 1. So j is 2 and n minus 1 is 3. So definitely 2 is lesser than 3. So we can move ahead with this condition. And yeah, let's just write quickly. Right. So what do we see here is air of j is 4 as of now, and air of j plus 1 is 1. Okay. So now it will be checking this condition. It will move inside the loop. It will check if air of j is greater than air of j plus 1. So is 4 greater than 1? 4 is greater than 1. Yes, we can clearly see. So we'll move inside the condition, and here we'll perform the swap. So first it says temp will be air of j. So now again this will like basically it remains the same, only 4. And then air of j will become air of j plus 1, which is 1. So let me in this case first erase this. Okay, and now let's continue. Yeah. So air of j will become air of j plus 1, which is 1. And air of j plus 1 will become temp basically. So we are swapping. So the temp value will come here and it will become 4. Okay. So what we can see here, now our array, we'll check this array. We can see 4 is again swapped. So now our array will be 3, 2, 1, and 4. Right. So what we can see after this iteration, right? Now let's say, yeah, now, okay. After this condition, what will happen? Yeah, after this j plus plus, so we'll move here. So now j will become 3. Let me just highlight. Yep. So it will check this condition. So 3 less than 3. Right. So is 3 less than 3? No, it is equal to 3. 3 less than 3. No, they both are equal. So this time the loop will get terminated. It won't enter the loop here. And again j plus plus, so it will break. So then I will be incrementing and we can move to the next. Then I will become 1. But now, as of now, we can notice one thing, that as soon as this first loop has ended, we can see that the biggest element 4, it has this position at the end. So that what bubble sort does. After the first iteration, the first element will be at the end. So we got that. We can see 4 is at the end. So after this second iteration, when it will be done, we'll be noticing 3 will be at the second last. And after the third iteration, 2 will be at this position itself. And then 1 will come here. Right. So let's quickly check for those conditions as well. Let me erase all this and let me just keep this one thing. Okay, let me just undo a bit. Okay. Okay, let me just clear this. Just give me a minute. Okay, so yeah, I have cleared this. And the only thing is now, after the first iteration, the array that we got is 3, 2, 1, 4. Okay, and now I will be incrementing. So what will I become now? I will be 1. So from I0, I will become 1. Okay, and this n will be 4, same, and n minus I minus 1 will be 3, right? And now again, this internal loop will work. So first thing we'll check here, j equal to 0, right? And then it will check j is less than n minus I minus 1. So is 0 less than 3? Yes, it is. So we can move inside this. So here we'll perform swapping. So we'll, as of we can see, r of j, that is r of 0 is 3, and the next element is 2. So let me just write this as of now. Okay, let me change the color. Yeah. So what we can observe, r of j is 3 as of now. Just a minute. Okay. Yeah. So as of now, r of j is 3 and r of j plus 1 is 2, right? And temp is r of j inside this, right? Temp is equal to r of j. So r of j we can say is 3. So temp will also become 3 as of now. So temp will become 3. Okay. And then according to the condition, r of j should be r of j plus 1 and r of j plus 1 should be temp. So basically this will become 2 and this r of j plus 1 will become temp, and temp is 3. Okay. So basically these two places will get swapped. Right. So let me erase this. Okay. And now, so this will become 2 and this will become 3. Okay, let me write the array as well, which is getting created. So 2 and 3 got swapped, right? So it will become 2 will be at first, then we'll have 3, then 1, and then 4. Okay, yeah, and this one thing which we forgot is about this n minus I minus 1. So let me just erase this. Yeah, so now n is equal to 4. But in this case, I is incremented. I is become 1, not 0, right? And there is another one. So this will become 4 minus 1, 3 minus 1, 2, right? So this time our condition will be 2. So 0 we checked with 3, but 0 is less than 2 as well, right? So let me just write this here. 0 is less than 2, not 3, okay? Because I got incremented. Yep, because I got incremented. So this n will also change. Yep, so we'll keep that in mind now. And now we are done with this. So j will increment now. Okay. So where is this drawing? Yeah. Okay. So from here, we'll increment it over here. So j will become 1 now. Okay. And let us, so our array as of now is 2, 3, 1, 4. This is the array that we have, right? So we can fill this, what we can see. Okay. First we'll check this condition. J is less than n minus I minus 1. So is 1 less than 2? Yes, it is. So we'll move inside this. And here we'll also check r of j should be greater than r of j plus 1. So first we'll just fill arrow of j and j plus 1. What we can see, arrow of j, that is arrow of 1. So 0, 1. Arrow of 1 will be 3 and j plus 1 will be 1. So let's just write that. Okay, so the arrow of j that we can see as of now is 3 and arrow of j plus 1 that we can see is 1. Okay, and now, yeah, 1 is lesser than 2. Yes, it is. And it will also check. Now it will check for arrow of j greater than arrow of j plus 1. So is 3 greater than 1? Yes. So we'll swap, right? So let me just remove this first. Okay. Yep. So initially now our arrow of j was 3. So first condition is temp should be arrow of j. So it will become 3, right? And now arrow of j will be arrow of j plus 1, which was 1. And arrow of j plus 1 will be temp. And temp we can see is 3. So it will also become 3. Okay. So basically these two just got swapped, right? Same thing happening. So now let's just move ahead and quickly write our array, what we have. Okay, let me change the color. Yeah, right. So now 3 and 1 also got swapped. So it will become 2, 1, 3, 4. So now here we can see one thing, that 3 is already at the position that we wanted at the second last. Okay. But now let's check if our code is also working. Now j will increment j plus plus. So it will move ahead. And now j will become 2. So we'll check this condition. J is less than n minus I minus 1. So yeah, as now we can see j is 2 and this n minus I minus 1 is also 2. So this time the condition will not be true, it will fail. Right, so is 2 less than 2? No, they are equal. So as we can see, we got our array as well, what we wanted, and accordingly our code is also working. So where is this highlighter? Yes, right. So this loop will get terminated and I will get incremented. So I instead of 1 will become 2. And we can see after the second iteration, we got what we wanted, that is 3 over here. So it become 2, 1, 3, 4. Okay. And also because of this n minus I minus 1, we can see we are not looping, right? The extra. We are only going till this much. Let me draw it as well. Yeah. So first we were looping through the entire array, but now we are only looping till here. Okay, because that much part is sorted, and now after this iteration we will only be iterating till this much part of the array, because this is sorted, right? Let's just calculate that only first, and then I'll erase the other things. Yeah, let us just calculate this. Okay, so n minus I minus 1 equal to, so now I will become I plus plus, so I will become 2. Okay, and here we can see n minus I minus 1, n is 4, so it will be 4 minus I is now incremented to 2 and minus 1. So this will become 4 minus 2, 2 and 2 minus 1 will become 1. Okay, so now we can see n is 1 as of now. Okay, so now let's check our condition. Okay, let me just erase all this. Just give me a minute. Okay, so I've cleared everything. And now the main thing is our array. The array is 2, 1, 3, 4. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So after the second iteration, this is the array that we have. I is 2 as of now, and n is 1. We have calculated it. Now we'll get inside here, and it will check j is less than n minus I minus 1. This condition will be checked here. So let's go ahead. Yeah. And as of now, j is 0. Okay. And n is 1. So is 0 less than 1? Yes, it is. So, yep. And let me just highlight it at once. Yeah. So we'll enter here and it will check if r of j is greater than r of j plus 1. But first, let's say what is r of j? R of 0, it is 2. And what is r of j plus 1? 1. So I'll just quickly write this like we can see as of now. Right. So as of now, r of j is 2 and r of j plus 1 is 1. Okay. So now once we enter this condition, let us check here, is 2 greater than 1? Yes. So we will enter this loop. We'll check here if r of j greater than j plus 1. Yes, it is. So we'll enter here and we'll swap like always. Okay. Okay, just a minute. Okay. So temp will be r of j. So temp will become 2. Okay. And we'll deal with this as well. Now r of j will be r of j plus 1. So it will become 1 and r of j plus 1 will become temp. Temp is 2. So it will become 2 now. Okay. And now j plus plus. So it will go ahead. Okay. Now our j is 1. So we'll check this condition. J is less than n minus 1. So now j is 1 and this n minus I minus 1 is also 1. So is 1 less than 1? No, they both are equal. So our loop will get terminated here. And also the one thing we forgot, we will write the array as well. Okay, so now we can see that the code is getting terminated this time. So that means the array should be right here. Let me just change the font here. We can see 1 and 2 got swapped. So after the previous iteration, it was 2 1 3 4, and now 2 and 1 got swapped in this in the very first iteration. So what it will become? 1 2 3 4. Okay, and what we can see that the entire array is also sorted. Okay, initially it was 4 3 2 1. Let me highlight it as well. Yep, initially it was 4 3 2 1, and now we can see it is 1 2 3 4. Right. Okay, so we can see our array is sorted. Okay, so yeah, I hope you understood the try run of bubble sort. Yep. Thank you so much.